ॐ ज्ञानप्रदान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to our systematic study of Vedic scriptures. So hope you are doing well. It's been a small gap since we have discussed Bhagavad Gita mainly because of some festivals and some yatras, etc. And I'm very happy that we are once again coming back to go through the systematic study where we are trying to understand the importance of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, yeah, I got a question by one Mataji. She was asking, Prabhuji, can you please, yeah, conduct a class to say the importance of Bhagavad Gita? Does it really fit in today's generation or kind of today's day and time or age? I was thinking, oh, in fact, there is no other book which is the most prominent and most relevant and most important than Bhagavad Gita. Of course, one can say Bhagavatam, one can say Chaitanya Charitamrita, one can say Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction. There are so many books, but we need a book that we can connect and crack through the challenges of this world in a manual form. If we want to refer a handbook for our life, then it is Bhagavad Gita. What is the proof that there are so many who have realized Bhagavad Gita in their lives and attained perfection? In fact, Lord Shiva is telling to Parvati Devi in the Gita Mahatmya that how Bhagavad Gita is supremely regarded and blessed, and even if one recites only a few verses of a chapter every day, then their life is successful. In fact, in the 17th chapter is the yeah, very important topic. It's about faith. This is such an important integral subject matter for one's advancement is we need to understand faith. Without that, then we seem to lose. The main point, what is the main point is to attain Krishna. But when there is no faith, and what kind of faith? Come on, I also have faith. You also have faith. Everyone have faith. But what kind of faith is really helpful? What kind of modes are there? What kind of moods are there? These kind of things are very important for us to know. Then we can appreciate Bhagavad Gita as it is. So Let's go through a kind of a short recap, but nevertheless, these all belong to one section, so I'm trying to bring them together. So today I would read the verse and also take it through the purports of this. Do let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Then we go to my screen. Can someone confirm if you see?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 17, from verse 14. Devadvija Guru Prajna Pujanan Saucha Arjavam Brahmacharmayam Ahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchyate. Austerity of the body consists in worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the spiritual master, and the seniors like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva van mayan tapa uchyate. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and non agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. Manah prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samsuddhir ityetamat tapo manasam uchyate. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. श्रद्धया परया तप्ता तपस्तत् त्रिविधं नरैः अफलाकाङ्क्षभिर्युक्तैः सात्विकं परिच्य परिचक्षते. This threefold austerity, performed with transcendental faith by men, not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme, is called austerity in goodness. Now, can someone volunteer to read the purport of this 1717? Oh, sorry, 1718. Before that, let me read the verse. Satkaramana pujatam tapodambena chaiva yat kriyate tat iha proktam rajasam chalam adhruvam. Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor, and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. Go ahead, please.
Sometimes penance and austerity are executed to attract people and receive honor, respect, and worship from others. Persons in the mode of passion arrange to be worshipped by subordinates and let them wash their feet and offer riches. Such arrangements are artificially made by the performance of penances are considered to be in the mode of passion. The results are temporary. They can be continued for some time, but they are not permanent. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Someone else can read the purport or even translation and purport of this. Shweta Mataji, if you can, or we'll pass it to others.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I can read.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead, Mataji.
Prabhu, should I read the shloka? Or
Yes,
just
Mataji. Shloka, translation, and purport.
okay, Prabhu. मूढग्राहेणात्मनो यत्पीडया क्रियते तपः पर्यसोस्तादनार्थं वा तत्तामस मुदात् हतम्. Translation: Penance performed out of foolishness with self torture or to destroy or injure others is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There are instances of foolish penance undertaken by demons like Hiranyakashipu, who perform austere penance to become immortal and kill the demigods. He prayed to Brahma for such things, but ultimately he was killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to undergo penance. For something which is impossible is at certainly in the mode of ignorance.
Yep, thank you very much. So here we are discussing an important aspect of faith, but faith in what? Faith in austerity. How many of us like austerity? Hmm. Yeah, maybe you can say you like or don't like, or have you been liking it before? And what is your say on current state? You like or not like austerities wholeheartedly? If there is a way that you can get Krishna without austerities, who would go that way? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Yes, Prabhuji, I like austerity. Austerity leads to purification and ultimately Krishna's mercy.
If there is a shortcut without austerity,
I don't think so it's possible
no,
because
if
we
there
need.
is, no, hypothetical question. Okay, we park this question. Everyone can think. Maybe someone else. If there is a without austerity, we can attain Krishna. What do we do?
Yes, Prabhuji, I think I will take that path.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Others?
Mr. Prabhuji, I think austerity helps in keeping things
No, no,
simple,
no.
Prabhuji.
I know the value of it. I'm just asking.
Yes,
If
yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna is there, he's coming and saying, "Come back."
Yeah,
Would you go for austerity or would you say, "No, no, thank you. Let me join"?
yeah. If there is a possibility without austerity, a luxurious life, yes, Prabhuji.
No, no, I'm not talking luxurious life. The question is simple. If you can attain Krishna without austerity, would you prefer that or would you go for austerity?
Uh, Prabhuji, austerity means like,
Okay, then we
living.
go to see what is austerity and what modes of austerities are there, and we come back to the same question, maybe before we close the call, because that's very important to understand what are we thinking. Hemagori Mataji said, "Oh, that's not possible at all." Yeah, and for good reason, yes, it's not possible, but are we only interested in that's why austerity? These are few things. But from the 14th verse, we were discussing about austerity. There are four modes through which one can perform austerity. Just like when a nation is attacking or the other nation, there are these Vayu Sen, which is Air Force. There is Jala Sen, what is it? Nauka Sen, which is Navy, and there is also Army. I don't know what is this called, but yeah, the regiment which is on foot or on a road. So there are different modes through which one attack the other nation or other party. What are the modes of austerity? We can see is the austerity of body. How can we perform austerity of body is by worshipping the Supreme Lord, Brahmana, spiritual master, seniors like father and mother, and by maintaining our physical cleanliness and so that we get up every day in the morning, go through the daily routines, and then feel fresh from inside because from outside we are fresh. And then simplicity is an austerity, which means we don't do so much of hard work usually, where people are thinking, oh, let me build heavy muscles, let me become the most attractive, handsome person or beautiful lady. I mean, we know these days, so women also are going to gym, which is has not become an uncommon thing, but in Vedic times, that was not so much. It was more the women, because they are heavily into physical, what do you call, activities, day-to-day activities, that itself was toning enough the body so that the body is fit. I mean, anyway, I'm not against of going to a gym. I'm just saying how the times change, but the simplicity is very important. And then celibacy is also something not to be attracted by others on a material platform, and to be non-violent. So these are the austerities in the mode of uh, in the mode performed from through the body. Then there is austerity of speech. Maybe one may, many can perform this kind of austerities of body, and when it comes to austerity of speech, that throws us in, I think there's a huge gulf of distance between me and that goal. Why? Because austerity of speech, Krishna is saying, is speaking truthful words, which means in the purport proper, that process of speaking in spiritual circles is to say something upheld by the scriptures. Speaking truth is not that, okay, what I have just heard, and as it is a word to word translation to the best of its ability, of my ability, is not just being truthful, is but to lead a life based on scriptural injunctions. Scripture is our truth, and when we live with the support of that, that is what is being truthful. We know that Krishna, sometimes, always these debatable topics come. Was Ram truthful? Was Krishna truthful? Was um, mm, who's that? Yeah, was Parashuram truthful to his word? So many people bring and interesting, controversial topics, but a devotee and the Lord, we can see how the Lord is truthful, and if one has patience, they can go through what the leelas he has performed, understand, and then that becomes part of the scripture. One cannot say this is not there in Bhagavad Gita, so what Krishna has done is something beyond Bhagavad Gita, and that is not right. No, whatever Krishna does, is a lesson that becomes Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because here in this occasion, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, and that's what we consider as Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the words that are sung by the Lord, and whatever the Lord is singing or doing, everything is such a manual for us. We just follow in the footsteps. So the Lord Himself is coming to show what is it means to be truthful in words. And then austerity of speech is pleasing. When we speak, it should be pleasing others. Okay, and then should be beneficial to others. And very important is non-agitating to others. This is such a nice point, yeah, isn't it? A sadhu should never speak loud, and shouldn't be very strong. He should be very soft, like, as if, can we hear his voice? No. Here it's clearly in the purport Prabhupada writes, a teacher can correct his students. And of course, it doesn't mean that teacher can correct the students of other class. It is said that even if it is agitating to the student, even if it is agitating for the teacher itself, the austerity is a painful austerity of a teacher. What is that? He has to engage his uh, what do you call, the power of speech, yeah, yeah, or his um, in correcting the student. But, and the purport Prabhupada writes, but not others who are not his students. Of course, one cannot just go and start correcting everyone. Hey, hey, hey. No. What does that mean is one who has taken shelter, or one who has accepted a teacher, him as a teacher or her as a teacher, then it becomes the duty of the teacher to correct. Though it might be agitating, then, but that is the point. And then the next austerity of speech is regularly reciting Vedic literature. One should study the limitless stock of Vedic literature. Means the mind should be always having filled with spiritual subject matter. Otherwise, what we may do is we may just start talking about politics, about sports, about so many other things that are interesting to us. Priyas, not Shreyas. What is Shreya is engaging in the austerity of speech means people may say, hey, the best way of austerity of speech. Have anyone heard what is that Mauna Vratam? Yeah, Maun Vrat. Anyone?
Yes, Prabhuji, not talking for a
Yeah.
specific period of time.
Yeah. See, Mauna Vratam means is what? Not talking. So people think, hey, why to get into trouble? Let me not talk at all. Let me be silent. And oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, when we see in the lives of great Brahmanas, Chanakya Pandit, whenever he is going through a different time, he becomes silent, or actually, but he didn't just sit and sleep. No, he was just internalizing what does it mean, what course of action I need to take care. So Mauna Vrata means it's not just not talking, but seeing some TV. What do you call this? No, I'm not talking, right? I'm just watching a movie. No, Mauna Vrata is that one is not engaging the power of speech or the activity of speaking in non-sensual topics. He should be talking truthful words, he should be talking pleasing, he should, all this still belongs to Mauna Vrata only. Why? Because we have internalized ourselves to focus only on Krishna and speak only about him. And also, that's why in this 5 points, there is also this thing, also regularly reciting Vedic literature. One should study the limitless stock of Vedic literature. Then comes the next mode. What is the next mode? Austerity in mind. This is even very difficult because at least speech, when it comes, we are hearing what are we speaking, but what is that being cooked in the mind? It's just like a dream. Yeah, we after waking up from a very nice dream, it still is very challenging to assimilate what the purpose of the dream is and what we should do or we should not do, or is it just a dream or is it an instruction from Guru? All these things is very difficult. And austerity of mind is the gravity in thought. When we are thinking something, yeah, we should be very careful what are we thinking about something. Yeah. And austerity of mind is to attain satisfaction and to be simple. Yeah, we don't we shouldn't. I think, where did we come across this word duplicity? Yesterday, right? In the Bhagavatam, Indra was non-duplicious, if you remember. Yeah. So non-duplicious translates to become very simple or simplicity. Then, but is it easy? No, because we have a whole baggage of our own desires. I want to become that. I want to become this. There is sense of a lot of self-control is needed. That actually is austerity of mind. When mind is dragging us to the, yeah, South Pole. I don't know whether there's a word like South Pole, but at least I know North Pole is something advancement, and the opposite, yeah, is that. And I think I came across in one of the purports somewhere. But anyway, and then austerity of mind involves purification of one's existence. The whole purpose of mind control is to attain purification. I think Hemagori Mataji, did you say that? Yeah.
Yes,
We
Prabhuji.
need austerity for purification. See, the mind is the um, important sense organ that needs to be controlled if we want to attain such a purity. Hmm? So, and then the basic principle to practice this austerity of mind is to make mind austere. One should detach from sense gratification and train the mind to always think good for others. Yeah, oh, come on, what is this? If I always think good about others, who will think good about me? Hmm? This is the mind that always puts us right, because our subtle body is made up of mind, intelligence, and ahankar. Ahankar, when it is there, it always want that I become the center of attraction. Everything revolves around me. Okay, come on. No, I am a devotee. No, no, no. You are not yet 100% devotee, yeah, because there is still some element of I in us, mine in us. Me and mine, ein, mamata is something that it's me. That is what is always pulling us to again. That is the center of gravity that we have now. And the center of gravity is always competing. No, 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 no. Our intelligence says, come on, mind your mind. Come on. It is not that you are the center, it is Krishna is the center. And then, yeah, yes, this is what I want because, yes, I'm coming out of mode of passion and ignorance. I'm coming into the mode of goodness. But in the mode of goodness, am I not the center of attraction? In fact, I'm not harming others. In fact, I'm thinking good of others. No, that's not enough because this gravity, I mean, Prabhupada writes in the purport, the gravity in thought is very much best training for the mind, not deviate from Krishna consciousness and avoid non-sensual or avoid sense gratification. So there are two activities one has to perform. It is that one should engage more and more in devotional service activities. Again, when we talk about devotional service, are we thinking is it only our taking care of our mm, daily morning DT worship and that's it? Yeah, I mean, I'm grown in India. I know what kind of DT worship that I used to perform when I was a kid, when I was a student in schools, colleges. After coming to Germany, also my DT worship or no devotion was mainly get up early in the morning, ring the bells with all the doop sticks and all diyas, and yeah, in fact, my neighbor, yeah, he came or she, I don't know, came and told me, oh, it's just 5 o'clock. Maybe can you ring the bells or stop ringing the bells? I don't remember, but yeah, my I was no, come on, hey, these people are so foolish. They don't even get up early morning, and when I am getting up and doing my devotion, what kind of oh Lord, what is happening here? Hmm? And after that 1 hour of worship, then that's it. Open my studies. Yeah, yeah, of course, I'm a student. I need to read my masters. I need to clear my exams. I need to get a good job. So my devotion is mainly only that few minutes and as a duty or maybe as a love. Come on, how can you say this is duty? I had great love, and out of love, for what is the love? Hey Lord, please take care of me. That is my level of love at that time is, oh Lord, you take care of me, my exams, my settlement, my parents, my brothers, my all this list that's in the back of my mind. Of course, I that is back of my mind, and what is in the front of my mind is, oh, if I read Aditya Hridaya, then this is what I will get. If I read at those, I mean, I don't remember exactly what I was, but anyway, by that time I was already into Krishna consciousness, attending temple programs, and that's why I used to already do Mangal Aarti and with ringing the bells loud and clear. Yeah, so there is a scope. Yeah, Prabhupada writes that one should have this very important that the gravity in thought means is to have when we think something that should be clear cut on two things, Krishna or spiritual advancement and how I am safeguarding myself by doing those don't do's in my life. Yeah, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, so that the sense gratification doors are closed, so that I can remember, give more time to Krishna, and that's what we call as austerity of mind. Austerity of mind and mind demands satisfaction. Yeah, one cannot do Krishna consciousness for lifelong if there is no satisfaction. How can one get satisfaction? We think that obtained by taking mind into those sense activities. Oh, I like to wear this kind of clothes. Where can I wear them? Oh, if I go to a party or gathering, that's an opportunity where I can dress up very nicely or very lavishly so that people will talk about me and I can become center of attraction. So many things. No, yeah. Satisfaction can be attained when we take mind away from all the sense enjoyments. It's painful because, after all, from our childhood, we have been counting on them that this is what will give me happiness. And all of a sudden, if we don't give, or if we don't pay attention to those goals, how can I be happy? We should come to a firm understanding that Bhagavad Gita is the reference through which we can be happy. It is not that with my own concocted mind or with my own, what do you call, speculative thoughts, that I can say, hey, by doing this, I'll be happy. Because I have seen so many Tom in my life that they have become happy. Though so many Toms, yeah, how many Toms are there, we don't know. They are struggling to maintain that happiness, and as a matter of time, whatever happiness they would have got as got disappeared in the course of time, and they're no more in the center of attraction, and we are not even seeing them. But of course, you have social media these days, you have internet, you have AI, you have so many ways. Just search your um, those people whom we were thinking, wow, I want to be like them. Read their life. Um, who was that? Who who is the Amazon head? Jos, Jos,
Jeff Bezos.
Jess, or what is his name?
Jeff Bezos.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He attained a great position. I think he slipped from the second richest person to uh, who is it? Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg. Now is the second richest. Yeah, just I think last week he was. Yeah, it was Amazon who was the second richest person in the world. And now, yeah, he slipped it. Of course, we don't care whether it is second, third. For us, wow. Even if we are in the millionth of such richest people, then we are happy. No, we can see the person who is in the second richest. Why did he fell to the third, or what kind of life he went? I mean, I'm not pointing out anything personal about him. I'm saying that we are thinking, we are assuming for just for granted. No, let us really take time to see whom are we following. Should we follow devotees or should we follow demons? Hey, come on, Sudama Prabhu, how can you call these demons? With due respect, I may not be able to call, but Krishna is calling because they are one who is behind sense gratification. Yeah, they have to suffer, and it's a pity condition because the Lord is watching all these um, childish mentalities of every being, how they are going away from Him. It is so painful for the Lord because He's wait. I think, did we hear yesterday from Maharaj class? Yeah, we want to make it in this lifetime. The Krishna is waiting and He is waiting, but do we want Him to be waiting for us? No, come on. Why will He wait for us? Are we so great? No, for a father, every child is loving, lovable, and he wants everyone back home. It's not that, no, 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 I don't like that child because, no, father is affectionate to everyone, and he is waiting. He is waiting, waiting, waiting. And do we want us to keep him waiting, waiting, waiting? Hemagori Mataji, do we want to wait for purification then go? Don't we ask the father, hey, please purify me, I'm ready to come back? Anyway. So, so we are talking about these austerity of mind is, as unless we get satisfaction, we cannot be um, attaining that stability in our devotion. Austerity of mind can be supported by satisfaction, and that satisfaction is obtained only when we give up all the sense enjoyment in our to-do list. We have to-do list which is big. Oh, come on. I'm living a very simple life. I don't need that many. I don't need that car. I don't need this house. I don't need that. Yes, but what do you need? I need name. I need fame. I need following. I need, oh, yeah, again, there is a big, what do you call this? Um, there's a big load that we are carrying. So the best course is to divert the mind, not to the present age engagements, but by reading Puranas and Itihasas like Ramayana, Mahabharat, Bhagavad Puran, and so many. What we are doing is we are bringing our consciousness to that time where there was mode of goodness. Otherwise, yeah, Dinnath Prabhu, what will you tell? have we not come across people who have what do you call, discuss so many things and finally say, Prabhuji, come on, we are in this age, huh? In this age, in this time, in this place, in this circumstance, we should lead a life lavishly like now. Huh? Is Bhagavad Gita relevant? I think Shweta Mataji very nicely asked this question that we could discuss on 31st. Yeah. Thanks for that, Mataji. But yeah, so this means that people just undermine the importance of the scriptures, thinking that by, yeah, all these are good in those times, but not these times. And then what will happen? Are we trying? And there are people, so many who did like that. And what is the future of them? We can already see their past and future. How did it change? Maybe materially they are very successful. I think will come in the purport. I think 18 it came. Um, what happens to them? So, so austerity of body, austerity of speech, austerity of mind. Yeah, these are through which we are actually attaining self-control. We are attaining self-realization. When we don't control ourselves, we cannot attain realization. Otherwise, we may be just flying our own dream flight in different dream destinations. And of course, when there are some bumps, yeah, have you seen people immediately? I mean, the pilot immediately says, "Fasten your seat belts. There is a turbulence that is coming." Oh, we say, "Oh, no, no, no. I know. I have full faith in this pilot. Come on." Ah, yeah, yeah. There are some turbulences in the life. Oh, no, no, no. I have full. I am the pilot of my flight, so I know I can manage all this turbulence as well. It's a matter of some clouds, cloudy, thicky clouds. Once they go, yeah, we are just waiting. May that good times come in our life. May the Rahu be aware. May Shani go away. May that Shukra, may that not Mangal, oh, again dangerous. May that Ravi come in my life so that he can best. No, 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 come on. May the moon come. If the moon comes, then the life is, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Whatever I my dreams, all will come true. No, that won't work. One should control the mind. One should not give a room for a diversion of the mind, not by present age engagement, by reading Bhagavatam and Mahabharata and this Puranas. This is what Prabhupada is giving the tip how we can practice austerity of mind and then be very simple, devoid of duplicity, and think of others' welfare. If we are thinking only ourselves, come on, there is some percent I'm thinking about others. Yeah, that other percent which we think about ours is actually still dragging us. It's not going to leave us the more. Yeah, it's like we have tied ourselves to an anchor which is not the right. Uh, we want to advance, we want to progress, but this anchor is something which is a bag. Where did I come across? Um, Yeah, recently I think someone has shared Kadambakanan Maharaj was mentioning about Pankaj Angri Prabhu was telling about a pastime about Narsimha. Yeah, there was a devotee in Mayapur. I don't know. Maybe if you have come across, can say better than me. There was a lady who had a dream in that Lord came and he uh, pounded on her, and then from the heart he took a black bag and said, "This is what you're holding to." Am I right? Someone can comment if you have come across this. Okay. But yeah, it shows that Narsingadev is very keen to help us out to remove all that blacksmith business. Yeah, accumulating gold. Cheating, cheating, cheating. No. And then there is this self-control, is control of mind implies detachment for sense gratification. Silence implies thinking of self-realization. As I said, Chanakya Pandit, when he was just closing the doors, he's behind the doors, means it doesn't mean that he is not doing anything or he is just taking a break from, oh, come on, if I am visible, if no, he's taking a break to really see what is the course of action. What should we do so that everyone should have this passion to self-realize, to attain self-realization. Everyone should have a passion, and for that one has to think. It's not just of course, I made a very hypothetical question. Can, if Krishna comes Do we want austerity or do we want Krishna? Yeah, of course, austerity is the means through which um, we can purify, we can realize our own position, and then that gives us better opportunity to serve the Lord. All fine. Yeah. So the speech, austerity of speech, austerity of mind, austerity of body, yeah, um, is um, interesting. Yeah, we were talking about body, mind, and word BMW. Yeah, and here we also have Mercedes Benz. Yeah, if you just see, you can find it out. But austerities are needed. Austerity of mind, austerity of speech, Mercedes, and Benz, or austerities of body. Anyway, so but that's only an activity through which we want to control. But from 17, 17, 18, and I think even 19, we will see what is austerity in goodness. Austerity in goodness is uh, penance performed. Penance performed. This threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by men, not expecting material benefits, but engaged only for the sake of supreme, is called austerity in goodness. Ideally, that is the place where we want. And how can we go there? It is possible only when we have transcendental faith. What is the difference between an ordinary faith and transcendental faith? Is in the transcendental faith we are thinking about a higher purpose. What is the higher purpose? Is whatever we have faith in matter, definitely it will what do you call? It will not be complete, and it may not be correct. What does that mean? I have faith in that what is that Burj Khalifa? Yeah. Yeah, I have so many facts I have read that it is built such a way that whatever may come, that will not break. That is material faith. Transcendental faith is we know that there is a whole process of a cycle where there is creation, maintenance, annihilation. Creation, maintenance, annihilation. The transcendental truth is a matter cannot be ever permanently reside. Yeah, it is temporary. It's a matter of time. Just like how a play card house that one builds along the seashore or wherever the wind, it's a matter of wind. Yeah, when the wind comes and blows, then what is going to happen? Then this the house or whatever is built is gone. Forget about this. Even if strong constructions are built, we can see a matter of a small earthquake that can come and break everything. Of course, in your whole book you may write, given no earthquakes, given no floods, given all these things. That is only making your document uh, uh, foolproof, but not the construction itself. The construction itself is prone to issues. That's why we have insurances for the buildings. Why? Though an expert architect is going to come, he would just say, "Hey, this, yeah, you can take insurance, but these things are not covered." Why? Because those things can happen. Okay, you may say, "Hey, it may happen very seldom." Why did they include then when it is so seldom? Because they know that there is a probability, possibility that can happen. In fact, uh, if a common sense is used, it means the world is not going to be permanent. It is temporary. That is. So anyway, austerity in goodness is done with transcendental faith. Whatever we are practicing, the purpose of we controlling our senses, we controlling our body, mind, and speech are, I mean, these are through which we are regulating ourselves in activities. These three things should be done for one purpose, to attain to to attain supreme, only for the sake of supreme. So if we should have a clarity why we are performing austerity, the clarity, if you can see, I can give an example from Krishna book, where there is this in the 10th chapter, No, let's now 10th chapter. We talk about Krishna, so Devaki. So what happens is the Lord Himself is coming and He's saying, on hearing the prayers of Devaki, I'm just reading, the Lord replied, "My dear mother, in the millennium of Swayambhuva Manu, my father Vasudev was living as one of the Prajapatis. His name at that time was Sutapa, and you were his wife named Prishni. At the time when Lord Brahma was desiring to increase population, he requested you to generate offspring. And now comes the austerity part. Is you controlled your senses and performed severe austerities. Why? Because Brahma gave them a important responsibility. By practicing the breathing exercises of the yoga system, both you and your husband could tolerate all the influences of material laws. What are their rainy season, onslaught of wind, the scorching heat of the sunshine? So, what is the purpose? We can see the intention is very important here. It's not just we perform austerity, but are we through the austerity of speech, mind, and body? Because sometimes we use all these austerities as humilities. Out of humbleness, I will not do these things. We may think that as identifying these activities as humility, but real humility is to do what? To see that by practicing breathing and exercise of yoga, hmm, what is the goal? It is so that uh, to control against, to be strong against the material laws of nature. Whatever those are there, whatever is going to happen, whatever it may happen, even if the earth will fall down, hmm, uh, I am supposed to serve Lord Brahma, who has given us this task. Shukadev Goswami informed Maharaj Parikshit that for self-realization, the austerities and penances performed by Queen of Dwaraka have no comparison. So the queens of Dwaraka also performed austerities and penances. For what? For self-realization. The objective of self-realization is one, Krishna. Therefore, although the dealings of the queens with Krishna appear just like ordinary dealings between husband and wife, the principal point to be observed is the queen's attachment for Krishna. The entire process of austerity and penance is meant to detach one from the material world and enhance one's attachment to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyway, so this is one instance we can see, and yeah, there are other examples if I can cover that later. But coming back, so austerity in goodness. Austerity in goodness is done with having complete faith in scriptures, complete faith in Krishna, complete faith in the process of attaining Krishna, and not again injecting in that our karma mishrama bhakti, jnana mishrama bhakti, and all these things. Means bhakti is there in our life. Come on, please don't deny that I have bhakti in my life. What I want is, along with bhakti, I have my own desires. Let me also do that. No, the more we get into that trap, the less time we will give to Krishna. And in fact, the austerities, the purpose is to attain Krishna. Oh, come on, for my conditioning, it is too much. Yeah, if it is too much, let's see how can we make it easy. How can we make it easy is by ourselves, what do you call this? By ourselves coming together and taking support, giving shelter. Taking shelter is one of the retreats that we attended where, yeah, there's a whole purpose of it. Otherwise, why would ISKCON establish something like that and do? So, everyone needs shelter and everyone needs that support. So, so one can do that. And then austerity in passion. Otherwise, what will happen? We are carried away by austerity in passion. I am ready to do austerity. Come, for what? I out of passion. So that out of pride. Hey, no one could eat so many bananas like me. No one can eat so many gulab jams like me. Austerity, right? It is something beyond what one can do. Austerity in passion. I can do. I will do. Come on, have you seen me? I am so stubborn and so strict and so in doing um, what I want. I want to create a world, I want to create whatever. All these things we are doing out of our pride. So, um, out of pride or for sake of respect. honor, and worship. This is also something Prabhupada writes um, in the 18th verse. Is that sake of respect. Uh, Respect is something oh my God, I want respect, I want respect, I want honor. More than that, I want to be worshipped. Worshipped. Oh, why only Lord? Why can't I be worshipped? After all, I created everything. Their whole life is revolving around me. Around me means I am the center. I am in the center means I need that, I need this. Huh? To show that, no, anyway, come on. One is not yet there, but to get that, one is doing so many things is called austerity in passion. And austere in passion, it is neither stable nor permanent. How long can we be artificially doing all these things? This reminds me of one one time, His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj was bringing about Kumbh Mela. Yeah, I think all of you have already known. Yeah, recently we had a very nice Kumbh Mela, which happens once in, I don't know how many years, they said 110, or I don't know. Or how many years? 400 years? Anyway, that's not the important point. The point is that wow, it is a very unique Kumbh Mela, and then the whole country or even the world was um, there. Literally, if not physically, they're always watching what's happening. Oh, and there are these Naga Babas and sadhus. Kadam Kanan Maharaj was saying that when he was there, he saw. Very briefly, I say he saw a person who was upside down, I think, and covered in sand. Yeah, and he was there like that for very, very long time. And yeah, either one can, who is dead can be like that, or if one has attained mystic power, can be like that. But what is the purpose of that? What is the purpose of that? And Prabhupada, yeah, he was relating that Prabhupada would say, sorry, Prabhupada would say, or is it easy to get the book? I can read as it is. But anyway, he says, no, all these are great things, amazing, great things, right? But all these are material platform, which are temporary, which are, yeah, come on, to maintain a temporary life in the best possible way, one can do it. ले रखा। Yeah, local betas. Okay. Um, yeah, amazing people are there who are doing amazing things out of amazing interests. Whatever is in the mode of passion, yeah, that can stay and go. Yeah, I think you may have seen some short reels or shorts which are were sent that there was someone who had a jetta, the hair, matted hair on which there is a plant, and that plant is what he is always watering, and then so many things are there. Yeah, so many people are doing so many things. If the goal is self-realization, all fine. Otherwise, it's all waste. So that is in the mode of passion. Austerity in ignorance, we can see the example given was Hiranyakashipu. So sometimes out of foolishness, one would go to self-torture. Self-torture, foolishness. Self-torture means, you know what kind of tapasya that Hiranyakashipu did. Oh, even Brahma was so, maybe we could we say fascinated. Oh, but he was moved. Yeah, maybe that is the word. He got moved. Why? Because Hiranyakashipu was standing doing tapasya. How long can we stand? How long? For me, standing without moving, it's a matter of minutes. And then Hiranyakashipu was standing on his one leg. Oh my God, even more difficult. Oh no, come on, there are so many gymnastic practitioners who are doing that. After all, they are bringing all the balance on one leg and standing. But how long can one stand on one leg? Okay, but that's fine. Maybe they are people, but what about also lifting the hands up and doing this Bandhan position and always doing the tapasya for so long time, not a day or a week or a month, for years he does that. In fact, okay, it's unimaginable, but maybe let's accept is possible. Come on. If you become a Superman, you can do it. Huh? If you become a, what do you call, I don't know who is the latest figures who are showing their um dominance. Huh? Hulk. Come on, Hulk is also outdated. I don't know. But uh, anyway, so what about if your body is being eaten by ants? Huh? In fact, Hiranyakashipu's body was completely eaten. It was only that which ants could not eat was these bones. And from the bones, he was still his life air he could keep, which means he is a great mystic yogi. There is no doubt about it. Hiranyakashipu, all powerful, all austerious, he did that, praying to Brahma for what? For immortality. Immortal. I want to become. When Brahma came, first thing he was amazed to see, can someone do such a ghora tapasya? Tapasya is penance, and penance is one kind of austerity. If we want to really know, what is the difference between austerity and what is the difference between penance? Austerity can be done in different, in a broader sense, is to make sure that we regulate ourselves. Mm. And of course, austerity is something which is anyway, we come to that. So we can see out of foolishness, one self tortures. And if the goal of Hiranyakashipu was all favorable, that is fine. Otherwise, what will happen is only doom in the end. I think in the purport. Let me check what did Prabhupada writes in the purport. Let me see. Yeah, I have. It is written Mudha, yeah, this one who is in the foolishness. Mudha grahe natmano yat pidaya kriyate tapaha parasyotsa dhanartham va tat tamasam udahritam. Udahritam means it is so said that penance performed out of foolishness with self-torture or to destroy or injure others is said to be in the mode of ignorance. So there are instances of foolish penances undertaken by demons like Hiranyakashipu. There are also, yeah, we can see Ravan was anything smaller? No. You know, right? When the Lord when the Lord Shiva didn't turn up for his penance, he became so that he is ready to chop each of his head and then offer it to the Lord. Yeah. Anyone know that? Hmm? Hmm? No, yes, that was what happened. And Hiranyakashipu, he prayed to Brahma for such things, but ultimately he was killed by the Supreme Lord. Full stop. What does that mean? One who want to force his plans on the Lord will not work. It is that one should imbibe the principles of what Lord has said, and that is what is in the mode of goodness. To undergo penances for something which is impossible is certainly in the mode of ignorance. Come on, something, there is a saying, right? Nothing is impossible, everything is possible. Yes, we cannot demand or we cannot even command the mercy of the Lord. One may be in a very comfortable position. One may be having a great amount of devotion, but still it is up to the will and interest of the Supreme Lord whether he want to show his mercy. For no, come on. After all, we did so much for the Lord. He should. No, there is nothing like he should. Out of his sweet will, he may or may not. It's totally, completely under his disposition what he want to do. Oh, come on, that's unfair. Huh? It's not, is it not unfair? We have done so much. Again, when we have done so much, what matters is what is clear. It matters that our austerity, when we are performing austerity, it is in the mode of goodness, or even better, in the mode of pure goodness, which means devotees. When the devotees perform austerity, we can see what Devaki and Vasudev they have done. Sorry, yeah, of course, Devaki and Vasudev also underwent through austerities of painfully giving away the child born. Yeah? Uh, Sometimes we may come across, hey, when what is that? When already Devaki knew that Kamsa is going to kill the eighth child, why should they even give birth to child? Hmm? Austerity, yeah, because the words have to come true and the Lord has to come. So they have gone through that pain of the seven sons to be given. People are very logical, right? We think, oh, we are very smart. And those days, was Vasudev not smart? There was divine intervention, the divine arrangement, not when divine arrangement of the Lord, such a way that, yeah, they were just surrendered. That, oh, the will, we are surrendered to the will of the Lord. That is what is austerity and goodness. To wrap up, I think we have little time where we can understand here that austerity is something very important in our life. Yeah, yes, Hemagori Mataji, austerity has, yeah, because is it only that, oh, we are waiting for the mercy to come? Uh, what is that we want to show to the Lord? Mercy, of course, the Lord can cast His mercy. Of course, He gave the mercy, but because of the mercy, we have our free will and we misuse that free will. Now, the Lord wants, okay, yeah, yeah, um, better understand the loving relationship, and then, uh, yeah, when you are there, then you're back in my abode. So austerities of these mind, word, and speech should be done in austerity, in goodness, or even better than that. So it is the intention that matters in our austerities. It is not that, okay, I am going to do Ekadasi Vrata with all or Nirjal for all 52 weeks. What is the purpose? Hmm? Oh, no, no, that's so that, it is said in Ekadasi Falastuti that if one does not perform, then he suffers. Let me avoid that suffering. At least that is better, no? Huh? Okay, that is okay. But what is that next year we want to do? Do we want to be same like that? No, we want to see how can we please the Lord? How can we read about the Lord on Ekadasi? How can we get more closer to the Lord by chanting extra rounds? I'm very inspired to see. I mean, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, after he left, yeah, there are these, so to say, final instructions, something in that. One of them is, uh, my disciples should chant every Ekadasi 25 rounds. Oh my God. That even comes as an instruction. It's not even a choice. Okay, for us, there is instruction of 16 rounds, no choice. But what about Ekadasi? Oh, yeah. Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj is saying 25. I heard 20, but 25 and every Ekadasi. It's definitely an austerity, but austerity no goodness. Why? Because chanting is the way through which we can go closer to the Lord. All in all, so any thoughts, any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the wonderful lecture, and it's a blessing to be here. I have a very small question. Um, an individual born with, wealth, like so much of wealth, and if we want to choose the spiritual path, keeping Krishna as a center of attraction, which means we are um, free or we don't have that ahankar, and with austerity of mind, with spiritual advancement, how can this wealthy individual keep relationship with the wealth? Like how much we should use um, or with those comforts and luxury things.
Yeah. It's a gradual process depending on in what level we are, Mataji. It's a nice question. I'll just
Yes,
repeat the question is, if one has a lot of wealth, how can we still be engaging in devotional service? Is that right?
yes, yes,
Yeah. So it depends on where we are. Maybe we are not so convinced that Krishna can give shelter than the wealth that we have. The more that we have that, the less we will give ourselves in the control of the Lord. Whereas the more devotional we become, the Lord takes control of us. And for that matter, when we are convinced that Lord is taking care of us, or not care, but taking control of our life for our own benefit, then what we do is we are relaxed. Yeah. Just like when Prahlad Maharaj, what he was doing, he was just practicing devotion. He was not worried whether what will happen to his ancestor property, right?
Yes.
Prahlad Maharaj was just doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hmm? Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam. Did I miss something? Sakyam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhaktish Chen Navalakshanaha. There are these 9 forms of devotional service, and he was not just preaching, he was in fact following that. Hmm. Of course, we can see he was well known for his smarana. Yeah, what he was doing is always
Yes.
absorbed in. So, of course, as I said, there is a level. Of course, Prahlad Maharaj could do that. Yeah, and then what about us? Are we that level? No. But when we say, okay, oh, that what happened in Satya Yuga, what about in Kali Yuga? We can see, for example, in Kali Yuga, there are big, big projects that are taken by great devotees. For example, Ambarish Prabhu, disciple of Prabhupada, he had put a very important cornerstone for construction of what is temple of Vedic planetarium in Mayapur. Yeah, of course, to construct a small house, we know how expensive it is, and with our own money, oh my God, can we construct temple for? Sorry, can we construct a building for the temple? Oh no, it's my money. What will happen? No, Ambarish Prabhu. Who took it up? Yeah, what is the purpose of this of all this wealth? Is actually to please my spiritual master. So if my spiritual master is satisfied, then I am happy. It's not even that, oh, he will give me all protection, he will give me all comfort, he will give me all recognition. Nothing like that. If my spiritual master is happy, that's what I want to see. I am happy. If he is not happy, then no, there is something I should do, because after all, the goal of my life is to satisfy my spiritual master. My guru is, no, so that gurutvam is so important to understand, and then only we can actually break out of the rich, um, uh, what is this called? Upadhis. That okay, the wealth can give me that shelter, this shelter, and all so many shelters are there. No? All those will break. So coming back, what to do? I mean, on a practical note, am I going to give up everything and then become a pauper on the street? Um, when we don't have so much, when we are not truly convinced that I can lead a life without anything, then yes, we need to do something that, okay, I keep something for me at a minimum, and engage our self in other things, like, okay, there are so many big, big projects that are there. Yeah, if you see in the UK, when there is this Kartik Mass, there are all devotees, come together, this, sanghas, yeah, the small congregations. What they do is they go to every door, not only an Indian door, they go to every door, and then they say, hey, you can lit a candle for world peace. And of course, they have a small photo of Radha Damodarji, and a small, basket, and they say, hey, you can offer a candle and keep at your door. I mean, so many things are there, and so much also needs some Lakshmi, isn't it? Or if someone is conducting a Kirtan Mela, or someone is performing a festival, I think Rath Yatra is coming. So there are so many occasions through which one can engage such resources in the service of the Lord. And the more and more we get convinced that the Lord is going to take care of us, the more and more that liberty, or the freedom of giving comes. The important secret is the through the process of giving only we can actually become happy. We can actually become, because the root cause of our problem is actually keeping, or for me, for me, for me. The more and more we come to this understanding that by giving, okay, again, giving is very nice. To whom should we give? Yeah, that is what I think we are going to discuss to next Sunday. Charity, isn't it? Charity is something, austerity is one thing, charity is a bit more difficult. Oh, that itself is a big austerity, right? So I think maybe we could cover more also, in that session. But overall, the how to come to that stage is by regularly hearing Bhagavad Gita. By regularly hearing Bhagavad Gita, one becomes fearless. When one becomes fearless, then he understands this material energy is to be engaged in the service of the Lord. Whatever energy I have given, yuktam vairagyam uchyate, means engage oneself in whatever he has in the service of the Lord. That's how he can be free from effects of it. That is what we call akarma. That is what is taught in Bhagavad Gita and all these things. Yep.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yep.
Yes, Prabhuji. I have understood, like, satisfying, guru, that helps a lot. I mean, that will take us always in the right direction.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So always seek guidance from the guru, and the guru is going to guide us. And that's what happened. As I was giving example, Prabhupada gave direction, vision. Prabhupada gave direction, vision to George Harrison. Prabhupada gave direction, vision to Giriraj Maharaj. Prabhupada, so many. How? They didn't just say, hey, I'm going to the Lord, and oh, yes, it's a nice project to please the Lord. No, there's so many Prabhupada disciples who say that my life and soul is to please you. Guru Bhakti. Guru Bhakti is the key. They were just happy. Oh, I mean, if you see Brahmananda Prabhu, yeah, yeah, he was ready. I mean, he went to Pakistan, even in that times, and why? Or even South Africa. I think these are two places, one of them. And yeah, they were ready. Though those places at that time was very dangerous places, was so much tension that time. They went. You're talking about having money. Um, I couldn't cover that part, but Narad Muni in the 10th canto, 10th chapter, 15th verse, let me see if I can quickly see, is writing 10, 10, 15. The translation is like this. Because Narad Muni, Parikshit Maharaj is asking Shukadev Goswami, why did Narad Muni curse Nalakubera and Manigriva? Huh? And in while Narad Muni is saying, sorry, Sukadev Goswami is saying, he says, a poverty-stricken man must automatically undergo austerity and penances because he does not have wealth to possess anything, right? If a poverty-stricken man, yeah, one who doesn't has anything, what will he do? Will he go to a five-star hotel? No, he doesn't has money to go. Thus, his false prestige is vanquished. So, always in need of food, shelter, and clothing, he must be satisfied with what is obtained by the mercy of Providence. Undergoing such compulsory austerities is good for him because this purifies him and completely frees him from false ego. So see, yeah, this is also fine. If a person doesn't has anything, what austerity he has to go through is there. If one has lot of money, what he has to, because the previous 4 verses, 5 verses, Narad Muni is telling, you know what, this Manigriva and Alakubera are the sons of Kubera because they are very rich, they have so much and everything. They are so much puffed up and they don't even respect the gurus, I mean, or brahmanas or sadhus. Yeah, better is that they become poverty stricken. A saintly person, and again, in the purport of the same verse, it is mentioned a saintly person voluntarily accepts a state of poverty just to become free from a material false prestige. What does this means? A sadhu or a devotee, though he has lot of money, though he has every facility, though he can have all the comforts, a saintly person voluntarily accepts a state of poverty just to become free from material false prestige. So what does a devotee do? The more and more we are devotional, what do? We think, hey, all these things are disturbing, and I voluntarily want to accept the austerities. Many great kings left their princely standard of living and went to the forest to practice austerity according to Vedic culture, just to become purified. But if one who cannot voluntarily accept such austerity is put into a situation of poverty, he automatically must practice austerity. So, do we want to willingly accept austerity, or does the Lord want to help us to become austerious? It's our choice. Austerity is good for everyone because it frees one from material conditions. Therefore, if one is very much proud of his material position, putting them into poverty is the best way to rectify his foolishness. Daridya dosho gunarasi nasi. It is said, when a person is poverty stricken, naturally his false pride is in aristocracy, wealth, education, and beauty is smashed. Thus corrected, he is in the right position for liberation. Yeah, Madhuri Madhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. I'm very much satisfied with this answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you. Any last question anyone have?
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, can I ask one question?
Yes.
Uh, Prabhuji, my question is that austerity we do sometimes physically. Uh, how to check that? Okay, it is. I mean, not check. How to balance it that my physical condition is also deteriorating for that or not, or I am maintaining or balancing nicely or not. So
Yeah.
this one. Another one probably, I mean, connected with it. Suppose sometimes for Ekadashi, sometimes we fasting to give the more chance to the chanting or reading. But maybe because of the some our own material task, we are not maintaining it nicely. So is that really that much beneficial in that case?
Okay. So first question, sorry, is that physical austerity? Yeah. What are the limits? Yeah. So is it? Yeah. So I think every one of us we need to take the support of Shastras, and of course when we are saying Shastras, in Bhagavatam, is it said how much should one eat, how much should one sleep, how much should one. Yeah, so maybe to that detail level one may not, but at least we can see Ayurveda is also coming out, during the, what is it called, during the churning process of the Milky Ocean, right? And Dhanvantari comes, and we have some things through which we can know how to maintain our own physical fitness. And of course austerity should be performed to that, because if you read Ayurveda, there is already a lot of austerity, right? You should maintain your three doshas in balance, kapha, vata, and pitta, and there is a lot of austerity there. So one performing such austerity with the goal of maintaining body so that he can serve the Lord, that is right. But on a long term basis, it's not like, okay, come on. I mean, I remember Kadamgaran Maharaj quite often says this, when there is a festival, back to back festival, 2 days, 3 days, there is so much time that goes, a lot of energy, lot of physical stress that we take. Yeah. And austerity, not only stress. Yeah, there is a fasting also. One may be doing a lot of service that he would never do in, would have never done in his life. All these things, yeah, that because one should be very greedy to get the blessings on these special days. But yeah, can we do that for lifelong? No. We may have to understand the limits of our body. We need to respect those limits and recover so that we can do our sadhana on a long term basis properly. And again, when such occasions come, we are ready for those. But we cannot, I mean, again, people may talk about, is that in the mode of passion or is it in the mode of ignorance? Or in fact, can we do all this in the mode of goodness at all or devotion? Yeah, the more and more we understand these things, and yeah, when limits of our own self and making those important things first priority. Come on, when a festival come, oh, I'm very nice. I'm having all the time in my day. I can do that. These for the temple or for festival. What about our own sadhana? Oh, japa. Yeah, come on. I can do it last. No. If we know that there is a festival coming up, we get up for early and do the japa early, and then yeah, we have to carefully assess, because we are giving a commitment to someone that I am, you can count on me. So we have to be responsible, we have to be careful in doing those. Yeah. So it's all about us to mature to understand our limits to the it's not like we want to just think about only that moment. We have to understand sometimes. Yeah, I remember Maharaj saying that Yeah, for once in South Africa in a Rath Yatra, there was a uh, in seminar. Someone asked Maharaj, "Now we are getting old. What can we do?" He said, "Yeah, when you're getting old, you can share your experiences how Rath Yatras are done, how festivals are conducted. So it's not always physical stress is only that's what attracts Krishna. So we need to understand to our conditions. We need to appreciate, oh, this is the limit what I can do. I can't jump like a even Maharajas. They slowly, yeah, they try to reduce their travels, not because they don't want to travel, but they see, oh, this is the plans of the Lord at this time, so something. But then what are they doing? Wherever they are firing up sparks and making more devotees. So it's not like we stick to one plan. On a long run, we see how to use that, how to use our body, mind, and speech. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, Prabhuji, I understand. So it's more about like a deciding
Self,
person to person
yeah,
individual level. He can actually check.
self-assessing based on genuinity, yeah, and acting. And yeah, if you are genuine, if you are convinced, yeah, if others may appreciate or not, that's a different thing. That comes to next level of art of communication and all those things. But we can be genuine to us and do. Yeah, in the end, if we are burnt, how can we serve? We need to be careful. The next question I forgot.
Prabhuji, next question was that in
Someone
some
has a
context,
question here, or I don't know. I hear someone other's voice. Okay, Rishabh Prabhu is doing Ram. Okay, go on.
next question was that Prabhuji, suppose in Ekadashi time, sometimes we fast, sometimes even Nirjala also, so that we can give more energy and time to the chanting and the reading.
Hmm.
But due to the our material things, sometimes we couldn't actually. So in
Yeah.
that case, that type of austerity is really beneficial.
Okay. Are you asking that though we are performing this vratas, but if we don't engage in devotional service, is it good?
Yes, Prabhuji. In that case, that austerity is really that much beneficial.
Beneficial, yes, because we are following the process. That definitely has its benefit because we are not, right? When we don't follow something, then it's more counterproductive. But at least we are following. But where is our consciousness? The best would be our consciousness is in what we are doing, is for Krishna, because the purpose of austerities is to please Krishna. But okay, if we can't do because we have so many material things, still at least we are showing, oh, there is something that is a priority at the moment due to which I cannot do this because this. Hmm. But at least with austerity, I want to show that yes, I am not ignoring, I'm not neglectful of Krishna in my life. Yeah. So austerity has its own role, and if we are doing even as a routine, yeah, just. But again, let's not take a pride of it. Wow, see, because of yeah that I am doing out of pride, then that only makes us more prone to. Uh, Prone to become move away from Krishna because any sense of pride what we are doing is always harmful, not only austerity, charity, everything. So we have to be careful. And does it benefit? Yeah, it still benefits. Yeah, for example, on Ekadashi, if you don't eat grains, and yeah, that benefits, right? Because otherwise you are incurring sin, for example. Or festivals, yeah, even you're asking about festivals. Yes, today is Narsimha Chaturdasi, but yeah, it's a Monday. I didn't take a leave. Oh, okay, but still, yeah, fasting is recommended, so one fasts. What is recommended if we are following, na, according to Hari Bhakti Vilas? Yeah, it has its benefit. But doing with devotion is actually purpose, and where if one can do that, that's even more nice, more correct. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, one small question.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the scripture, so many demons are also doing tapasya,
Mm-hmm.
and those who are also doing the tapasya. So, how to imbibe our consciousness in the right direction that asuric mentality is not actually overpowering
Yeah.
our. our
Always checking what is the purpose of our austerity. That is what I was saying. I think, in fact, if you have time, you can hear. I heard once Chaitanya Charan Prabhu said, uh, there are these modes through which you can perform austerity, but what is the mood of austerity? Yeah. So the mood is more important. It's not like what are we hitting with our word, or are we hitting with our hand, or are we hitting with our thought? It doesn't matter. But what is the intention is very important. So we have to always check, are we intending? That is the reason again, it could again go in the same direction. And we have seen there are so many Prabhupada disciples, even in fact, after having huge success with big projects, still they are always very careful in what they are doing. They are always checking the intent of what they are doing, whether it is satisfying Prabhupada or not. That's why they write to Prabhupada, they take feedback. It's not like, hey, now I am successful, I'm just. No, if you see from Prabhupada letters, we can clearly see that what are they asking and how directions, and it's not like, if I am thinking I know everything. No, we can see the mood of every Prabhupada disciple. They always say, hey, we are helpless. Prabhupada, please give us direction. That is what is actually bringing the blessings in them, to them from Prabhupada. Yeah.
But Prabhuji, in our case, how can we check? Because we take sometimes so many
Yeah,
smartphone
you
about
need to have
to
a guru. You need to
to
have a
check.
guru. You need to have a guru who you can ask. Without that, it doesn't work. It cannot work. In fact, yeah, we need to have regularly someone through whom, yeah, in the Nectar of Instruction, verse number 4, it is mentioned. What is that? One should approach in confidence and open up to someone, and that should be there. This is one of
Gujjam Akkati.
Guhyam Akhyati, yeah. Punkte Bhojate, yeah. So of course we are looking about eating and to feed someone, but above that is this Punkte Guhyam Akhyati, yeah. So one should express in confidence. I mean, of course, it need not be a secret one-to-one session only, but I mean, right now, what you're asking is a question and clarifying. Yeah, so through the clarification, we can advance. Then we have clarity of mind. When we have clarity of mind, we can do devotion with full force. So it's
So
always there's a huge need.
if I understand clearly, that means my progress is relying on the others' comments.
Yes, isn't it? Yeah. Otherwise, otherwise, how can we expect? See, we are in a quicksand. Can we come out ourselves?
No problem.
We need support. We need an external support. We say, no, 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 I'm just relying, hey, Bhagavan, you only do something. Even that, we are always thinking, hey, Bhagavan, do that. And if someone is coming with a stick to, yeah, throw and say, hey, you hold to the stick and just, I will pull you out. No, no, no. Or we always have this feeling sometimes like, okay, okay, now I was, I was, I was drowned till my neck, but because of that, slowly my hands are free. Now my legs are free. Oh, now I can free myself. Oh, thank you, boss. You can go. I can go. No. There is a quicksand everywhere. Yeah? Or what do you call it? Is it quicksand? They say you keep going inside.
I think so, Prabhu. I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, the guru or the guide is telling, hey, don't go in this direction because there is a quicksand there. Because I know it far better. This forest I know better. Yeah. The guru is always yeah, tadviti pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyantitya gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. We can see what happened in the case of Ramanujacharya. Yeah, he was put into this forest, right? Hmm? Of course,
Yes.
the Lord came, the divine pair came, and they showed, hey, yeah, how to escape, and he came out. Uh, his his envious guru, what he did, he thought, hey, come on, how can he teach me? Let me put into trouble. Let me kill him. That was his arrangement.
Okay, Prabhu. Clear.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Then let us see next Sunday. I think it's possible. Yeah, next Sunday, and we'll have what is it about charity, how the faith in the modes of nature can affect our mood of charity. Yeah, or how should be our mood of charity. This is what we'll discuss next week. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय, भगवद गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.